What's going on with y'all, man? We got the ballistic calculator out because we need to look at some numbers. I'm thinking about going with a 1.90 lpvo scope mount. Before we get to the numbers, I have a very important question to ask. Is there a ballistic calculator app that's similar to this one on gundata.org? I just want to be able to put my own numbers in and do two different bullet comparisons and pull up a nice little chart so I can see my numbers. That's all I'm looking for. Is there a ballistic calculator that will allow me to do that? Very similar to what you're about to see right now. Okay, so let's go through the numbers. Bullet number 1, 223 Remington, American Full Metal Jacket, American Eagle Full Metal Jacket, 55 grain. Ballistic coefficient of 0.243. Initial velocity, 2,800 feet per second. Bullet number 2, everything is the same except we're going to do the initial velocity, 3,000. Because we all can agree a 16-inch 1-7 twist shooting 55 grain is going to be somewhere between 2,800 on the low end or 3,000 feet per second on the fast end. Let's go down here. We're going to do a zero range of 100 yards, maximum distance 300 yards. Distance in steps will be 50 yards. Sight height overboard, this is very important, 3.145 inches. That's exactly what the height overboard will be if you run a 1.90 scope mount. So with that being said, we're going to move over to the next portion of the video, which will be the actual numbers in the chart. So here go the numbers. Now while I talk, just look at that 300 yard line. 13 inches of drop with the slower bullet moving at 2,800 feet per second. 10 inches of drop with the faster bullet moving at 3,000 feet per second. 300 yards, that's the kind of drop you're going to have. Okay, so what are y'all thoughts? Is it worth running a 1.9 mount? From what it looks like, if you run that on your lpvo, you're basically turning your lpvo into a general purpose CQB setup. 13 inches of hold, 10 inches of hold at 300 yards. That brings up the question, in a shit hit the fan situation, how far do you expect to shoot? So I mean, you just go deeper into the rabbit hole. You try to answer one question, then another question pop up, and you go deeper into that rabbit hole. So what are your thoughts, man? Let me know what y'all think. So, that was our 3 minutes. I had to kind of chop it down into 3 minutes for the YouTube short. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. 13 inches or 10 inches of drop at 300 yards, that's a lot of drop. And the reason is not only because of the height of the optic, more so because at around 100 yards, that's your max ordnance for the 5.56 bullet. At about 100 yards, that's as high as that bullet going to be, and then it's going to start dropping. So that's why that damn drop is so much at 300 yards. That's why you really don't see a lot of people run 100 yards zero. But what I do like about it is this right here. For muzzle to 200, it's basically like little to no hold. Of course, you got your CQB hold at like 25 yards. You need to hold 2.25 inches high. But look at what it does at 100, 150, 200. So for muzzle to 200, I mean, you doing pretty damn good. It's once you get to about 250 is when you start having to hold over a lot more. So I hate to know what the holdover would be at 400 yards. It's looking like it's dropping in maybe about 6 inches. So at 400 yards, you might have to hold over like 20 inches or some shit like that. But yeah, I mean, what y'all think, man? I don't know, man. I don't know. I might just need to run a standard height mount and run a red dot on top. If I want to be super tactical, this is what I could do. Quick disconnect mount, which sets my lpvo at 1.5. Get the is it EGW? I think they make one where you can get like a little attachment to put on your lpvo so you have a red dot on top. I might want a red dot on top and have me a 45-degree dot on the air socket mount. And because I got the quick disconnect mount, I can still have my Magpul iron sights up underneath my lpvo. So if I have to ditch the lpvo, we still got our backup sights and a 45-degree sight. And if I gotta ditch the lpvo, I'm gonna have to ditch the red dot on top too. Just ditch that whole little setup. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of disheartening because once you find out the answer to one question, it pushes you right into another rabbit hole. Because the other rabbit hole is, well, how far do you expect to have to shoot in the shit hit the fan situation? Who knows? Man, what's y'all thoughts, man? Shit.